So lab 23 is add terms of use and acceptance reporting, and we have exercise 1 here which says set up terms of use and test them, and from which the task 1 is add terms of use. So for that we will have to go to Microsoft Entra ID. So I'm going to go back to the home page. Then we will have to go to identity governance, so which has been renamed to ID governance by Microsoft, and we will click on entitlement management. Then we will click on terms of use. So under the terms of use we have the terms of use option here. We will click on it. So far we have nothing to display here, so we are just going to click on new terms. And we can just write a name, something like testing terms of use. So for this lab, we have been provided a terms of use PDF, but I don't think this lab is updated, so we don't have anything here. So according to the lab, we should have lab 26 sample terms of use PDF under all files, but we don't have anything here. So I'm just assuming that the lab is not updated, so I'm just going to create a document by myself, a Word document probably, and I'm just going to write down here okay, it's not allowing me to write anything, so I'll just leave this piece then. Yeah, we just have a document. Let's see if we can upload it or not. Yeah, so it says upload required PDF, so we don't have a PDF document. So I'm just going to leave this piece empty. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to download a sample PDF, and I'm going to resume the video because apparently we will have to require a PDF to upload here. So I'm just going to either create a document of my own and download it, or download a sample PDF, and then I'll resume the video again. So I downloaded a sample PDF. I just searched on Google any sample PDF, and I came across this and I downloaded it and uploaded it here. So let's continue the lab now. So in the display name, we are going to enter Contoso terms of use. Okay, so we can just select English. So if you want to upload multiple terms of use, we can just probably click on add language here, upload the PDF in that language, select which language that is. Okay, something like this. So we can just click on this as on, which will require users to expand the terms of use. Okay, so if we click this on, the user will have to view the terms of use prior to accepting. And I think this option here says on every device they will be required to consent. Okay, and this option and this option, as the name describes, it says this is going to expire if you click this on, and if you click this on, that's going to expire on which day and what the frequency is, and we can re-accept duration before re-acceptance requires. So I'm just going to leave this as off. Yeah, unfortunately no. So we will have to leave this as on according to the lab here, and we will, starting from today, and we will have to ask the user to accept this monthly. And we are going to enter 30 here. And under conditional access, we will click on custom policy. And if I click on this, okay, it's going to take me to this page. And I'm going to hit create. Okay, so our terms of use has been created. We will continue with the task 1. So here the lab says that when the terms of use has been created, it should automatically take us to the conditional access policy page, but that isn't the case for me. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to see if this is something that has been changed by Microsoft or if there's something that I messed up. So I'm going to resume the video and possibly give you explanation of what's happening. Okay, so I waited about 2-3 minutes. So what I think happened was the policy was not showing up, so I refreshed the page, which broke the workflow. So I created a new terms of use policy with the same settings, just different name, and this time I didn't refresh, I just waited, and it took me automatically to the conditional access policy page. So this is something to remember, that we don't need to refresh it, just wait. Okay, so we can continue the lab from here. So under the name box we will write down enforce TOU, or terms of use. Under assignment we will click on users, select user group, users and group, click on this, and we are going to apply this to tail vents, select, and the target resource group is going to be all resources, which was all cloud apps formerly. And under access control, in the grant pane we will click on this, we will select Contoso terms of use here. Or the one we created. So I created the testing 2 just to test it, just to test this out. So I'm going to do the testing 2 here. I'm going to select this. Then I'm going to enable the policy. Then we will create now. So this is the end of task 1, and it's in task 2 we will be logging in as a TL and probably checking the policy. So let's start task 2 straight away. We are going to open a new private window, going to portal.azure.com, logging in as a TL. Okay, so this is something that we enabled in the previous lab, so I'm just going to have to do this. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to set up the MFA, then I'm going to resume the video. So I've just accepted the multi-factor authentication. I've just set up that, and now we can see the terms of use is showing up here. So I'm going to decline this now so we can check. Okay, so I just declined it, and our access has been restricted because you do not have access to, because you declined Contoso marketing terms of use. Okay, that's pretty handy. So this is the end of task 2. We will now view a report of who has accepted or declined in task 3. So I'll just cancel that now, and we will go back to identity governance, then terms of use, and here it says 00, so I'm just going to refresh it. And it still says 00, so I think it has not been updated. So I'm going to pause the video and resume when the values gets updated. So I waited for around 10 minutes and this is still not updating. However, if I go into the view audit logs, and here we can see that Ideal Vans has declined the term of use. So it's showing up here in the audit logs, and I think it's going to take a bit more time to show up in the previous page. So that brings us an end to task 3, and we will move on to task 4 now, which says what terms of use looks like for users. And task 4 is basically opening the same page, and this time we will be accepting it, and before accepting we will be seeing the terms of use. So I'll just open that again. So if I click on this now, I can read the sample that I uploaded. I can close this, and I can this time accept. And that's going to allow me to enter. Just going to refresh it. I'm not too sure what's going on here. Yeah, so troubleshooting, this is beside the lab, so I'm just going to leave it for here. And the task 5 is how users can review their terms of use. So I'm just going to quickly refresh this audit log page here so we can see the accept log of a deal. Okay, I think that's going to take some time, so I'm just going to leave this be here and probably come back later. So we will go to so assume we have to use the private window. It does not mention, but I'm just going to do that. Okay, so now the login is working, and I was not too sure what was happening before, but it seems like it's working now. So we are going to click on the setting page here, then click on view account, then setting in privacy, which is going to be here on the left side, then the privacy tab, and under organization notice we should see that here what we have accepted. Yeah, so that's the end of task 5. The task 6 says edit terms of use details. So we are just going to cancel these, go back to the Entra ID homepage. Then we will go to ID governance, then entitlement management, terms of use. So we will click on this here, this open space. So lab mentioned that we will have to click on this open space here. If we click on the name, it's just going to take us straight to this, and we will not be able to edit it. So we will just click on this empty space, then edit terms, and then I'm just going to delete the 2 here. And whatever changes we want to do, we can do that, and then we are going to save it. And the task 7 says update an existing terms of use document. So I think it's talking about this document here that will be updating if required be. So it's going to be under Entra ID, entitlement management, terms of use. Then we will click on the specific terms, edit terms. Then we will be on this page, and we can just click on update, and we can select the language, or we can update the any other file. I'm just going to upload the same file again, and I can click on require re-accept. I think that's going to enforce on the users that they will have to re-accept this. I'm going to add, and even though the lab did not mention this, but I want to just check this out. So if I go back to my terms of use, and if I click on testing, and if I click on language and version history, I should have this option here which says see previous versions. So if I click on this, it should show me the previous version. Yeah, so this was the one we initially uploaded, and this is the one we uploaded just now. So yeah, so with this lab is now completed, and we will move on to lab 24.